गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are today starting the contemplation on the 13th chapter, that is Prahlada, the story of Prahlad. Upakhyana means story. And as we know that all these stories are very enchanting stories, the basic purpose of the stories is to know the truth and be always happy, peaceful, contented, cheerful, and over and above relaxed and cool. This is what the stories are telling. And this Prahlad story, as we know, it's a very ancient legend, and it serves really the purpose to have the devotion towards the God, and subsequently makes our mind very tranquil, very God centric, and over and above always cheerful. So let us go into the chapter Prahlada Upakhyanā. The first topic is Haritoshanam, the satisfaction of God Hari. So, first shloka. Vasishta Uvacha Athameya Paramam Ramam Vijnanadhigame Kramam Shunu Daityashwaram Siddha Prahlada Swatmana Yatha. Rama, hear now this, the most excellent manner of acquisition of spiritual knowledge, as Prahlad, the king of the demons, achieved by himself. So, Prahlad has no guru or external people are not there, and he himself has exerted to know the truth. And how it goes, we are going to see that. So, second shloka. Prahlado chintaya drushta danavana harina hatan hare akramanam nyunam harireva hi sadhanam त्वमेव शरणं याया इति निश्चित माधव मनसा पूजयामासं sambhara Prahlad, having witnessed the demons killed by God Hari, reflected as follows. Prahlad chintaya drushta danavan harina hatam. He is saying the gods are being killed by, demons are being killed by the gods, so he has just contemplated Hari akramane nyunam. So in approaching, overcoming Hari, that means God, certainly only Hari is the means. Hari Reva is sadhanam. So only God is the only the means. So let me go to him for refuge. So he thinks, let me go for refuge to him. Thus having determined, he worshipped Madhava, that is God Hari, mentally by a heavy collection of the requisites. So he started Manas Puja. He started, Prahlad started the Manas Puja. And what is the Manas Puja? He has understood very well that the demons who have been killed by God, if he really wants to save his people, he has to only pray Vishnu. And praying Vishnu is only the solace in the life. That's what he has understood. So he started praying Vishnu. And thus this story tells us a beautiful message, that is, uh, Prahlad's story is a supreme step-by-step approach to know the truth. It's very nicely it is taking us to that divinity. Step by step, it will tell us how we can go towards that God and to be established in the absolute. How can we establish in the absolute? This was demonstrated in the life of Prahlad. We can see that life of Prahlad, how he was worshipping Vishnu. And he is basically a king of demons. He is from the opposite party, but then he is praying this Vishnu. A beautiful story is coming. So we require ideal in life. So as I keep on telling that our ideal in life is Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So you have to keep some ideal in life. Presently, the world is lacking for the ideal. We run after one another, one to another, one to another, one to another, and likewise we lose the whole continuity of the ideal. So you pray all the gods, but keep some ideal in your life. So if you are doing puja of Vishnu, naturally you have to keep ideal as a Vishnu only. So that's what this Prahlad has done first. And how he has done? He has evoked this Vishnu in his loving heart. He has evoked this Vishnu in his loving heart, and he himself become Vishnu. He become Vishnu, and then after that he started thinking. What he is thinking? Hare akramane nunam harirevai sadhanam. If you really want to win the Hari, the Hari is only the means. Twameva Sharanam Yayam. So it is only approaching to Hari, certainly Hari is only the means. So let me go to him for a refuge. So he has to go for a refuge to him only, and accordingly he decided. So fourth shloka is रत्नोगपात्र पटले चंदनादि विलेपनम धूपे दीपे पवित्रस्य नाना विभव भूषणे. He worshipped mentally. Now the mental worship has started. He worshipped mentally by the multitude of gems and hips of the vessels, by ingots such as sandals, by pure incense, by lights, and by ornaments of various excellences. So now what is been understood by the Prahlad is very simple. Prahlad, he is the king of demons. We should not forget that. He is a king of demons, and there is a fight between demons and the gods, demigods, for the simple reason that demons are from the opposite side and gods are from the opposite side. But Prahlad is the king of demons, and he has the contemplative approach. He he knows what has to be done, and that's what he's doing. So what he has done, started doing is he has started praying Vishnu, and he is doing it by Manas Puja. So we know Manas Puja. Manas Puja is generally done for Shivji, or even this uh, Sampradaya is there uh, near Shegao. They do what? They do Manas Puja when they really wake up in the morning. How they will do the Manas Puja? They'll sit in their bed only and sit erect, be happy when they get up, and start doing Manas Puja, close their eyes, think in their loving heart the God is sitting, and start the Manas Puja. Likewise, here also the Prahlad started Varkari Sampradaya. I just remembered the name. Varkari Sampradaya near Shegao. They are full of people. They really do the Manas Puja before they get up out of the bed. So similarly, now Prahlad is doing the Manas Puja here, and he is having that loving God in his heart. And likewise, he is doing the puja with what? By offering sandalwood, by offering incense, by offering ornaments, by offering light, and doing all dhoop deep everything. And likewise, he is doing the puja. So when he did that puja, atha tasmin pure daitya tatha prabhuti vaishnava sarve eva bhavan bhakta raja hachar karanam. So so then when the king itself is doing the puja, now what happens is all demons also started following king, because all the praja has to follow the highest authority. Highest authority is king. So everybody started, all demons started doing the puja. And all the demons in that city become worshipper of the Vishnu alone with all the devotion. For it is the king who is the cause of the conduct of his subject. Whatever जो king बताएगा, राजा बताएगा, वैसे सब लोग करेंगे. Likewise, all the people started worshipping, and this was a very surprise to all the gods. How come all these people are doing the puja? And accordingly, what happens is these all gods approach Vishnu with a complaint. And what is the complaint? Sixth shloka. Shrutetem vismitam deva praयुच्य भोगिशायिनम किमेतं भगवान दैत्य विरुद्ध्य त्वामुपासते वराको दानवो हि न जाति भक्ति क्वं वैष्णवी. Having heard this, the astonished demigod asked Vishnu, reclining on the snake bed, Lord, why is this that the hostile demons worship you? The wicked demons is of the low birth. Where is the devotion of Vishnu? अरे भगवान, how can these all people are worshipping you? अरे आपको एक ऐसी क्या worship कर सकते हैं? They don't know how to worship you, and they are doing the worship. That is really surprising to us. That is really surprising to us. How come they are doing the worship to you, and they are not authorized to do the worship to you? and whatnot. These all gods started complaining to Vishnu when he was sitting on the reclining on the snake bed. All these gods, demigods, approached Vishnu. Then Bhagavan Vacha, the Vishnu said, what Vishnu said in the slok number 7 and 8. He started saying, विबुधामा विषन्यस्त प्रह्लादो भक्तिमानिति पाश्चात्यं जन्म तसेदं मोक्षार्हसो हरिदम गुणवान निर्गुण जाता इथनर्थक्रम विदु निर्गुणो निर्गुणो गुणवान जाता इत्योहुः सिद्धदं क्रमम्. Wise one, let us not be dejected that Prahlad is devote. He said, all gods, listen, you don't get dejected because he is doing a prayers. This is his final birth. It is not that he is an ordinary person. He is a final birth. Let him be from the demon side or the god side. Don't worry. It is his final birth. That subduer of the enemies is worthy of liberation. ये जो भगवान की भक्ति कर रहा है ये worthy of liberation है. What is liberation? Moksha. Moksha means in the relative existence he can remain happy under all conditions. Nothing will happen to his mental status. So that is what is the condition of this Prahlad. The virtuous person has become bad. They know this is an evil course. A person devoid of good qualities has become virtuous. They call this is a fulfilling course. So Gunvana Nirguna Jata. If a Gunvan person, if a person who is a really good person goes in the company of evil person, there is every likelihood that he will become an evil. And a evil person goes into the company of good people, there is every likelihood that he will become nice person. But then here the case is different. Here the Prahlad, let him be anywhere. It is his last birth, and because it is his last birth, nothing is going to disturb him because he has now already taken his ideal, Ishta Devata Vishnu, and now I am very much residing in his heart. So nothing can happen to him. That's what he has been Vishnuji has told to other demigods. So Prahlada iti givarna tatha snigdhatvam ayayu. Then the demigods attended to friendliness towards Prahlad. So these demigods were very clever. They understood now he is a Prahlad, he is a great devotee of Vishnu, so we should also become friend to Prahlad, otherwise there will be problem in our life. So manasa karmana avacha Prahlado bhakti manapi twakta bhokadi kalana vaishranti anupagata. Though Prahlad was devout in thought, deed and word, and was one who had given up sizing enjoyment in life, he did not obtain tranquility. What was the problem of Prahlad? Prahlad did not obtain tranquility because Prahlad was doing his Manas Puja. Prahlad was offered everything obligations to Vishnuji, and Prahlad has given up the attachment towards enjoyment and likewise, but he has not obtained total tranquility. Total tranquility is a Shukopakhyan which we have seen earlier. Like 7 days, he was stayed outside the house with a lot of humiliation and trouble. 7 days he was inside the house with a lot of humiliation and trouble. 14 days has gone, his mind was tranquil. 7 days he has been given best of the enjoyments, nothing happened to his mind. So 21 days he was like that, and 22nd days, Janaka says, you have win all your desires and like, so you are free. Then he says, no, I want a tranquility. Same question is here, Prahlad. Prahlad has everything with him, but he wanted tranquility. So, tatha sthiti tu harijnatva tasya puja gruhayayo vidyaya pujaya devam sampujya dvigunetha Prahlada paramamitro gira trushta pushrayo. Hari, the Lord Vishnu, having indeed known that state, went to his house for worshipper. See, the God himself comes as a worshipper in a gross manner. Now Vishnu has come because Prahlad has done the Manas Puja, and Prahlad has that authority, or his purity was that much that Hari, that means Vishnu, has to come in a gross way to his house. Having known the God Vishnu for his worship and adored him with a two-folded refulgence, Prahlad, extremely delighted, praised him by his rich words, adorations. And what is that? He is praised with lot of hymns to this Vishnu when Vishnu has gone in a physical mode to the Prahlad house. So then Bhagwan Vacha, the blessed Lord, after hearing these hymns, the blessed Lord said what? Varam gruvanate bhuya janma dukkhopa shantai. He said to that Prahlad, take this boon for the cessation of your numerous births and miseries. उन्होंने एक बूंद दे दिया, उन्होंने एक आशीर्वाद दिया, एक उनको ये दिया, बूंद दिया. व्हाट इज दैट? आपका जो न्यूमरस बर्थ्स और मिजरीज है, यू विल बी आउट ऑफ दैट. यू विल नॉट बी मिजरेबल एनी मोर. You will be always tranquil, blissful, cheerful, happy, contented, and over and above relaxed and cool under all the situations. Situations comes in life. You will meet different people. They will behave differently. Their approaches towards the life will be different. But you have to remain tranquil under all the positions. After seeing this Bhagwan and after he has given one boon that now you are free, you are no more births you have to take, then Prahlad asked. Now he has to spend his remaining life. How he has to spend his remaining life? So Prahlad asked Bhagwan Vishnu, what do you ask? 13 shloka. Yada udaratam vetsi tadeva dishame vibhu. Hey God, hey Lord, point out to me only that which you consider as most exalted. प्रभु ऐसी कोई चीज बताइए जो आपसे सबसे बेस्ट आप सोचते हो, जो सोचते हो that I should now think about. So please tell me what has to be think about. That was has been said by this Prahlad. He has asked that, and that has been now told by Bhagavan. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Shloka number 13. The blessed Lord said, Sarva Sambramam Sanshante Paramaya Phalayacha Brahma Vishranti Paryanto Vicharostu Tavanaga. Sinless one, for the complete elevation of all confusion or error, and for the highest good, let there be reflection or inquiry in you extending up to the repose, tranquility in the Supreme Spirit in Brahmin. So, what I said, he has now advised, the Vishnu has advised to Prahlad, what? Inquiry. So, there are four gateways of liberation, if you are remembering, which we have seen in the first chapter: tranquility, contentment, holy company, and inquiry. So, what advised by the Bhagwan Vishnu is, he said, till the end of life, you keep on inquiring on the Brahmin or Supreme Spirit. ये जो ब्रह्म है, ये जो अनडिवाइडेड कॉन्शियसनेस है, ये हैप्पीनेस है, ये अनफ्रेगमेंटेड डिविनिटी, इसके बारे में चिंतन करते रहे, इसके बारे में अच्छे अच्छे लोगों को मिलते रहे, इसके बारे में अच्छे से सोचते रहे. दैट्स व्हाट ही हैज बीन एडवाइस टू प्रहलाद. एंड प्रहलाद, यू नो, ही इज द बेस्ट पर्सन, सो ही इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू फॉलो द एडवाइस. सो व्हाट इज एडवाइस? God is Paramatma and means is Paramatma. Therefore, I shall surrender to him. Vishnu is everything, so I have to surrender to him. So plants and trees grows at one place, and it is decided by the nature. Nature decides that where they should grow, wherever that seed falls, that place only that plants and trees grows. Similarly, what is a suitable place for our spiritual evolution? What is a suitable condition for our spiritual evolution? What are the people we should get in our life? How the people should behave in our life? How the external world should behave with us? That is all decided by the Almighty in our life. So, whatever the things which we are getting in our life, we should be happy with this. We should not comment upon that. We should not have our expert opinion on that. We should not argue on that. You may submit your suggestions on this, but no arguments, because it's a divine plan which is working. So, therefore, changing the situation, changing the place, running away from the responsibilities of the life is not at all a spiritual practice. Whereas remaining whatever you are, whenever you are, wherever you are, be 100%. And that is surrender. We have to change ourselves internally, not externally. And that is what the principle been told to Prahlad. We have to leave at zero complaint level. Whatever has come, you put up your point, tell that, try to negotiate and forget it there, because it's a divine plan going on. Again, the example is given of the mango tree. A mango tree cannot complain to the people or another trees that all the people are throwing stones at me before the want of mangoes. Why can't I become the jackfruit tree? It cannot become the jackfruit tree because it is a mango tree. Its job is to give sweetness of mangoes in return to the stones which people have thrown to it. So no, we cannot change that. We have to be whatever the things, whatever the places we are. That is all the divinity's plan. So this has to be understood. This is the first way to surrender to divine will. Devile ananti taise chirave chitti asudave samadhana. However, the God has kept us. We have to keep our mind tranquil, happy, blissful, cheerful, for and above, relaxed and cool under all situations. So if we are seeing the God world as God's creation, then we have no complaints, no comments on anything in this world. फिर जगत में अपने को किसी के बारे में comments और complaint करने का अधिकार ही नहीं रहता. So spiritual practice is not becoming extraordinary, but it is remaining ordinary. So take an example of an iceberg. Icebergs or ice cubes becomes extraordinary. So they cannot fit anywhere in a shape. You require some proper cubicles for that. Whereas water is ordinary, it can go into the small capillary also. So we have to also become ordinary, become a normal. We don't require any recognition, no name, fame, nothing of that sort. To do it's a divine work. Whatever work has been given, do it. So let us not separate ourselves from the world. World itself is a divinity, and that is what the spiritual practice. So he started doing, Prahlad started doing his puja, Manas puja in his heart. And he evoked the god Vishnu, and Vishnu has to come running in a physical form. So let us try to do that. And how we have to do it? When you are with yourself, you are worshipping Manas puja. As I already told you, Varkari Sampradaya does this puja in their heart. When they wake up in the morning and whole day for them is really good. We have also seen that people who are following Vittal, Rakumai, that is Pandurang. So they also do the Manas Puja when they wake up in the morning hours. Remember Vittal Rakumai and they sing some praises for Vittal Rakumai. And that is what is the puja process for them. Mind becomes saturated with these divine thoughts. So never used to say that I have done this bad or he has done this bad. No papoham papo karma. We cannot. Some mistakes you might have done, but you are not papoham papo karma. Like Shankaracharya used to say, worship by the mind, to the mind, on the mind is a Manas Puja. I again repeat, worship by the mind, to the mind, on the mind is a Manas Puja. All started doing the puja like Raja Prahlad was doing, all his people also. So Raja Acharya Karanam Yatha Rajya Tatha Praja. Whatever the however the Raja is there, they will be doing the same thing. So after doing this Manas Puja, what Prahlad used to do is he also used to do actual puja of Vigraha, which was in front of him when he was doing the Manas Puja. So inside then Bhagwan Puja and outside also Bhagwan Puja. So what happens is he forgets that inside and outside and he himself become divine. So that's why that God came in front of him. When the God is inside, when God is outside. So naturally God has to come in the gross form which has come. So I am in the Lord and I am not separate from the Lord. All Daityas started devoting towards the Vishnu. So this was the Prahlad's last birth. So he has got liberated and got merged into the absolute. So if a person with a good quality goes in the wrong company, then it is lead to the calamities, because if the person with a bad quality goes to the good quality, he will own person positively. So generally what happens is the person with a good quality goes to the bad quality, there is a every likelihood these bad qualities will overcome him. So that's why it has been said that remain in the company of good people. So that's why there is a provision of going to the temples, going to the ashramas, going to the holy hermitage, so that you will always remain with a good company and always your evolution is there. So there is a very again good stories. As we know the stories inside the stories, there is a good story given here. There was a thief in one of the cities, and he used to do his job of stealing something or the other. And in that kingdom, there used to be a king. Somebody has a bet to him, and he said, "Okay, you do stealing at the king's house, so I'll give something to you." So then he was an expert, so he did some stealing from the king's house. Unfortunately, people who were doing a vigilance there, surveillance, they found him, and they when they found him, they started running after him. He also started running, and they went out of that kingdom and went into the jungle, and these all people also following. They have seen this person, the thief, seen the one hermitage of one Babaji, and we find open door, no door, and Babaji was not there. So what he did, he went into that hermitage and said like Babaji, put some bhasma on his body and started Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So the soldiers of that king came inside that hermitage and seen one Babaji saying Om Namah Shivaya. He asked those that Babaji, have you seen any thief here? Babaji, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Then the soldiers understood, Arey, the Babaji is only saying, praising the Lord Shivji. So then they went away and they said, no, no, we cannot get this thief. We don't know where he has gone into this jungle. And went back. So now there is this thief's mind changed. He said only for 5 minutes, I said Om Namah Shivaya, and maybe 6 times. And my life has been saved. So what is the beauty in this name Om Namah Shivaya? And then he become permanently Babaji. He left the job of thief. That means even a slightest good thing you are doing in your life, what will happen? You will become blissful, cheerful, happy, contented, and overall relaxed and cool. So you have to follow that in your life. Another example is given like if you are wealthy, the society will respect you. But if you are divine, the whole world will respect you because that Vishnuji has already come into the your loving heart and he is only doing everything. So if you are Gunwan, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful because then you have to remain with the company of good people. Don't go into the arguments, don't go into the fight with anyone. Spiritual practice is to attain freedom from our special status. Become the commonest of the common. And that is what is the truth. So truth, that is what is to be realized. So when you become special, then you are reduced to that upadhis. In spiritual path, we have to drop all our upadhis, and we have to how we can drop that? You have to reduce your worldly intentions, whatever is required, do that, and forget about it. Be happy always under all situations. Why not be at peace at all levels by a simple life? You have to still, if you are still interested in things and being, and maybe then you will be far away from your tranquilities, and the life of difficulties will keep on hampering your this thing. So now, when now this Vishnuji has told that you have to do only an inquiry in the life. So this Prahlad has decided to do that, and that is the second topic, Atma Vicharanam, the inquiry into the self. That has been started by Prahlad, that we will be seeing it tomorrow. With this prayers. Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramachandra Arpanamastu, submitting the divine fruits to the holy feet of Sri Ram.